Here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So we're currently looking at the 4-hour price chart. I do want to take a bit of a longer term view here, not going too deeply at the moment. Each candle on this time frame represents a 4-hour trading period. And really the reason I want to look at this time frame here is because I do think that we need to mostly be watching sort of this major trend wave here at the moment. I think that this is the real issue right now, and it's whether or not this trend wave has completed itself, or whether or not we're just sort of seeing a temporary pullback that would then possibly allow share prices to, say, do something like this and start to move higher. So the real question is whether or not we're really ready to sort of base here near term and then start to make a significant run higher. There are two possible outlooks here, and we always have to remember that there are two possible outlooks here. Just because we're a fan of a stock doesn't mean that we're right in what the outcome is going to be. So at the moment, what we're seeing here is a near-term low that comes in right around $5.05. So what I was saying here with this stock was that if we do see a break of 520, that's sort of the next area to watch here is going to have to be that $5 level. Wouldn't be totally surprising to see some options trading activity here, some positions here that are based on options trades that can support share prices. I am comfortable saying that a 505 test is close enough to being a $5 test. You really have to give at least 5 cents leeway in terms of projecting exact price zones. You can't really expect to be right to the penny all the time. So we did see a bit of a bounce here, as we can see, and maybe I should even move down to the shorter term time frames so that this is a little bit more obvious. This test of this $5 mark would have come right here. So, as we can see, we did see a following candle here that was large and it did move to the top side, but it did turn out to be a bearish candle. So essentially what this means here is that we sort of opened in this area. We saw a bit of a spike higher to start the trading today. And that does suggest that this $5 mark really did act as a bit of a short-term launching pad for the stock. You did move here from 505 all the way to 550. So, that's a large move for a $5 stock. That's, it's almost a 50-cent move. And we're talking about a $5 stock here. So we're almost talking about 10% in 1 hour. But as we can see, this candle is red. So the market immediately started to reverse here and started to close that price gap. We haven't exactly filled that price gap just yet. We came pretty close, actually. And that's probably close enough to be considered closed, I would say. Yeah, I mean, the prior high came in at 517 and this low comes in at 518. So yeah, I would feel comfortable saying that this price gap did actually close. So that momentum to the downside that would be created by a price fill, a filling of that price gap has now completed itself. So I wouldn't expect any more negative momentum to be coming from that aspect of the trade. But however, this still doesn't mean that we're out of the woods just yet. Somebody is buying at this $5 level, as we can see here. But the majority of the market momentum did sort of fight against that price move. The majority of the trading volume here is negative, as we can see. So even though there was buying activity right around that $5 level, as expected, it did work as support. The moves were a bit short-lived. They were substantial. That's almost a 10% price move in really just 1 hour. But share prices did reverse quite quickly. So, we'll just pull back out here for a minute now that we sort of assess that shorter term viewpoint. And the real question here is whether the stock has found a base here and where the stock will find a base. So we did really test that $5 level. But one thing that would concern me here is the fact that we're now breaking below all of the major exponential moving averages, as we see here. So there are 4 EMAs here, exponential moving averages, and we have now seen share price closes below all 4 of these areas on the 4-hour price chart. So this is not a short-term time frame that we're talking about here. The bounces have been present, but they reversed quite quickly. So it really doesn't make me think that we're ready to find a bottom just yet. The good news, I would say, is that we're at the end of a trading week here. So, the Monday trading session, tends to have a way of sort of resetting itself. So even though this is looking very bearish at the moment, it's sort of like that old. I don't know if anybody had that old Nintendo system where you just press that reset button, and maybe your video game that wasn't working before, maybe now it starts to work. I would say that there's a little bit of an analogy there as far as the market is concerned. If we're dealing with the differences between the Friday trading session and the Monday trading session, it's almost like hitting that reset button. And you remember you used to have to blow into the cartridge to get all the dust out. Well, sometimes just hitting that reset button does work. So, it's possible that we could return on Monday here, and the sentiment could be better. And I do think that that's good news here, because I think that if this was like a Wednesday trading session or something like that, I would expect to see share prices continue to move lower at that point. Maybe the market can get a little bit of a breather here, take some time off, stop looking at the price charts and everything like that, and then maybe everybody returns to the market on Monday, and there's a lot of optimism, and share prices are moving higher. Who knows? You could even have an announcement from the Chinese government that also supports prices. It wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility. So, all of that said, there is some chance here that we could hit the reset button over the weekend. But the way that this looks to me at the moment does look negative. I will sort of close out the video here with a quick look at the indicator readings. As I said, this is the 4-hour time frame, so not an insignificant time frame here. We're starting to see a break of this upward trend momentum. Recently, this was a significant move lower, as you can see, and we did break through that positive momentum that has been in place now for quite a while. And then, in addition to that, there's a little bit of short-term bearish momentum that's also sort of governing things. So at the moment, this uptrend has been invalidated, and the only thing that's left is this shorter-term bearish trend momentum. So the positive aspect here is that this is short-term. Could this reverse itself? Yes. We will need to see what happens on Monday, but this is not a positive close to the week. And I do think that if we close below that 520 area, and we're very close, we're right on the cusp of doing that. So it's definitely possible that we close below 520, and the market is really going to need to, enter into trading on Monday and really defend that $5 mark, because if that doesn't happen, we are looking at a deeper retracement here. So here's the current market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our High Value Trading Strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.